if you can smell. Welcome to the UFC 325 preview. Volkanovski versus Lopez. Doze. Live on Paramount Plus. I can't wait. This Saturday, it's going down. If you're Australia, if you're there, this Sunday, what? Time zones are crazy. This fight is going to be crazy. Let's break it down. I think Volkanovski won the fight, won it pretty handily. I think in the moment when I watched it the first time live, I thought Lopez won, and I thought he did enough. But I was completely glazing and just incorrect. Volkanovski clearly won 3 rounds. I thought he had an opportunity to win 4. Lopez dropped him pretty bad in the second, but that doesn't always win you the round. But I thought it could have. Diego Lopez has to be himself, but he also can't be himself. He has to be a little reckless, but he can't be stupid. You know what I mean? He has to go for it, but he has to fight 5 rounds. He has to toe the line of aggression and control in such a way, like the way Justin Gaethje does it. Justin Gaethje has the card to go 5 rounds ridiculously, right? If he fought at a normal pace for 5 rounds, he can do it for 7. But Justin Gaethje fights at a fucking rabbit's pace for 5 rounds, and he does 5 rounds. He doesn't need to go anymore because he doesn't have to. For Volkanovski, it's different. You can't just go out there and say do the same thing for 5 rounds because it worked. It's a rematch. Lopez is going to go out there and not do the same thing for 5 rounds as he did in the first 5 rounds. So you have to change it up. You have to add something different. Maybe wrestle a little bit more. Maybe work up in the clinch a little bit more. Maybe work at distance a little bit more. The fact that Volkanovski is 5'6" and can do that is absolutely incredible. I wrote down Volkanovski decision, and that's what my brain is telling me. But my heart is telling me Lopez 2nd round knockout. I don't know. Again, it's just one of those things. He has the power. He has his ultimate equalizer. He doesn't have the greatest technique to land. It's funny because when I watched the first fight, he landed that right hand that put him down. He kind of chopped at it and landed. He kind of went over the top Trevor Peak style, boom, and not straight punch. But it landed. So who the fuck am I to say it doesn't work? The whole main card is stacked. Quinlan Southkill looks like a fucking killer at 155 for Australia. He's going to go up against Jamie Malarkey, who, let's be honest, is a little bit malarkey himself. And I think Quinlan Southkill is going to put him out in the first 2 rounds. Fiziev Rufi, what a fight. Oh my god. I see that fight going a distance, and it's going to be a little boring to the casual eyes. I'm going to love that fight no matter what happens. Even if it's a WrestleFest, I will love that fight. The co-main, Dan Hooker, BSD. Odd matchup because Dan Hooker feels like the fakest top 5 fighter in all of the UFC. He doesn't have elite skills in any area of the game, but he is really good on the feet, and he is solid in the ground. He is solid on the clinch. He can win fights everywhere, but he can also lose fights everywhere to everyone in the top 5. He can lose on the feet to Gaethje and Ilia Topuria, and he can lose on the ground to Arman Tsarukyan and Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira, but he can also beat them in his own way. To me, that Gamrot fight was insane because I don't think he had the ability to beat somebody with a wrestling pedigree as high as Gamrot's, but he did, and he pulled it off with an amazing 3rd round comeback and got the decision in his own country. Skeptical about it? Not really. He did perform really good. Tai Tuivasa is back. Apparently after a lot of fucking overweight and blow. Good for him. For the sake of the heavyweight division, I hope he loses. But for the sake of the heavyweight division, I hope he wins. I do think he's gonna lose. For the pop, for the great crowd moment, for what Tai Tuivasa brings to the heavyweight division, I hope he wins. He's really fun. He's really exciting, and Tyson Fury is also fun and exciting. But he did lose to Derek Lewis. Tai Tuivasa won. Quick math. Tyson Fury is gonna win. My hot take is that the main event is the only fight on the main card to go the distance. Why not? Let's have some fun. Let's get some finishes out there in Sydney, and I will see you in the reaction video.